Am I supposed to be? Oi! I'm alive! Why am I alive? Oh God, what's going on? Everything's going horribly wrong. Ventilation, I thought I rebooted that.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to JAZWARES Productions. I am your host AJ, and today we will be unboxing, reviewing, and showcasing the JAZWARES World of Wave 3. I don't have Musician Mangle or Withered Freddy or Withered Foxy in box because I couldn't find them in time for this video, but I have one Ringmaster Foxy and a Balloon Boy in box and the play sets, so yeah. Anyway, this one's gonna be big, so let's get straight into it. Also, I wanted to mention this. There is a fake background for this puppet set. I just found out a little bit odd. Alright, here is the office put together. Here is the Celebrate poster. People are saying that it looks fan-made, and it is fan-made because I'm not sure if... Oh wait, did I get a good shot? I don't think so. But here's another shot. They actually use their own figures from JAZWARES to make these. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's joints there that they've actually used from the figures. So they just edited their figures to make it look like that. Because they did use a fan-made one, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, wait, let me get it real quick. It's on the box. You can see that right there. You see how that's more shiny than this Toy Chica's pink area? Yeah. And then here we got TVs showing more locations. I think those are FNAF 3. I see some FNAF 2, and there's like one FNAF 1 here. And here's some papers that just have lines. And then you can see the wall texture and how it's dirty. And then there's no stars hanging from the ceiling, unfortunately. Here is the papers right here. My day at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And then right here we got the emergency symbols, alarm symbols, I don't know, on the doorway. So yeah, here is, I showed off the office first because I want to review the figures in here. So yeah, this is a cool office. Let's compare it to the FNAF 1 office. Here they both are together. I think the FNAF 1 office is better because look, it's bigger, has a little hallway. This, it doesn't really have a vent or anywhere, but I assume you wouldn't need that anyway. Plus here you get the closing doors, so that's awesome feature. Ignore the airplane flying over my house, but the FNAF 2 office is still pretty cool. I'm still going to display this. Probably going to display it right over there. So yeah, I'm probably going to put this there. I'm not sure I'm going to put this one yet. So yeah, let's review the figures now. Also, I'm going to use this as a background for over here. Like look, I can do this and then line it up with the flooring. And boom! Looks like it goes even more down. That's pretty awesome. And I have my iPad thing that my iPad came in. And I saw another reviewer that put this as like put something as a ceiling. Woo, that looks awesome, dude. Okay, now let's actually review the figures. Starting with Withered Freddy. Here he is. He looks pretty nice. Smaller than the Endo Series one, but that's how usually all the World of figures are compared to their Endo Series counterparts. Here's his jump scare mechanism with the button on the back. Here's the withering on his face. There's a bit of some paint overflow in his muzzle. And here's his eyes. We'll check out the glow in the dark feature. Also, I've noticed in my JAZWARES videos, I've always forgotten to show off the glow in the dark eyes, so I should probably not skip it this time. And here is his ears. They should have painted this thing silver, but that's alright, because everything else is silver. I mean, look, even this right here in his stomach is silver. And here's some withering. There's actually a bunch of withering here. Like, you can see it, like blackwash. Then you can see the endoskeleton in there. Bright silver, by the way. Super bright silver, but better than plain gray, so I actually don't mind that. Here's his articulation. and then his hands move, legs. I remember seeing Withered Freddy for the first time when I was a child, and dude, I thought he was like the biggest and baddest animatronic, like he ruled the FNAF universe, until FNAF 3 came out. That's when Springtrap came in. Anyway, let's move on from the first single-carded Withered animatronic to the second one, which is Withered Foxy. Before I review him, I wonder if I can recreate the jump scare. I've gotten his jaw to stay open before. Wait. Alright, now here is Withered Foxy. And dude, they really dirt washed this figure. I mean, look at this, dude. Wow, he is super dirty, which is good. JAZWARES should keep doing the same blackwash they did with this Foxy with all their other figures. I mean, look at this. You have his button mechanism for his hands to go like that. His mouth barely opens, but it actually goes out more, but just only does that amount. And then his hands go up. We have his hook, his legs, and the articulation here. Pretty much the same as any other World of figure. No head articulation like any other World of figure, besides Balloon Boy, which we'll show off shortly. So yeah, here's Withered Foxy. He looks really cool. I gotta say though, I think I prefer the Endo series better, but I do prefer the Withering blackwash on this guy. So yeah, this is Withered Foxy. Now let's move on to the Withered Bonnie. Alright, here's Withered Bonnie right here. Here's his face. Dude, come on. I mean, the endo jaw, I mean, at least, like, dude, not only do they have the top jaw on, they don't even have it for the Endo 2 jaw, dude. This is just the reused of World of. I mean, look at this thing. This is the exact same little wire hand they used for the World of version, dude. I mean, come on. This one has red eyes, and my Endo series Bonnie, I got him so early, they didn't even have red eyes for him yet. So, yeah, glad I got this one. So, yeah, here's Withered Bonnie. On camera, it shows that, like, he's very blue, but in real life, he's, like, not actually that blue. But he looks pretty cool. The silvering, I like this kind of silver because it's, like, darker. It's not too bright. His hands definitely can move, but they're so stiff right now. I don't really want to mess with that. His legs move along over here. Oh, and then this is also reused from the Endo series. But, I mean, I think that's how the line's going to go. They're just going to reuse parts from the Endo series and World of-ify them. So, yeah. But his hand can go out more like that, so I probably will get him to a more Withered Bonnie pose. But here's his jump scare. I should probably put the camera up higher. Yeah, here is his jump scare. So yeah, that's Withered Bonnie. Now let's move on to the last Withered animatronic, Withered Chica. And first, I gotta say, these eyes right here, super yellow. Like, what happened? And dude, so you see how this Bonnie, like, you can go like that and like it holds like that. You guys saw me with the Withered Foxy too. He can go like that. It's hard to get him like that. Withered Freddy, not at all can do that. This can't do that either. I mean, come on. Like, we can have the mouth open like that, like with the World of one. That's the only thing that made this this Endo series Withered Chica look like a Withered Chica I just dropped. So that's a bit disappointing that she looks kind of weird and derpy, but she can jump scare like that. That's her jump scare. Her articulation. Hands can go down, but I'm going to leave them up for display. This moves. I thought this would be a ball joint at first when this was first leaked in its early stages of production. But nope, it's a joint. And I love the wires for these, dude. The wires are awesome. I mean, come on. If they're gonna reuse like the same mold endo right here, you can even see the mouth right there. Why not give this to this first and then switch it to this, dude? I mean, come on. And then here's the let's eat bit. I'm kind of complaining too much, but to be honest, I love these figures, so don't even take my judges seriously. And then she has knee joints, leg joint, and feet joints, and she has silver toes, so no plain gray toes anymore for her. And it's kind of hard to put her arms out in this office because she literally takes up the whole office. But that's Withered Chica for you guys. So now let's put all the Withereds next to each other for one Withered family. That sounds messed up, like like they're all broken. And here's the Withered animatronic group. Now let's move on to the rest of the toys that we didn't get in the world of Wave 1. Before we do that, I actually gotta compare these guys to their other parts or other counterparts. Also, I decided to move to the regular review area because the office is way too small, so we're gonna have to do it like this now. Alright, here's World of Withered Freddy next to World of Regular Freddy and World of Withered Freddy. He doesn't have any withering because I am filming with these guys. So that's why Withered Bonnie here doesn't have an endo hand. And that's why Withered Chica doesn't have the yellow legs. So don't mind that. But yeah, here they all are together. You know what? Maybe this one is bluer in real life. Look at how purple this one is. And this one's very blue too. So yeah. Here they all are together. They look pretty good. Here are the three Chicas. We got regular Chica, Withered Chica, and Endo Series Withered Chica. And finally, we have the World of Withered Foxy next to Classic Foxy and Endo Series Withered Foxy. This right here doesn't have an articulation at the hook, but this one does. So I found that a little bit strange, but yeah, here they all are together. Now let's move on to this puppet. Alright, and here is the Marionette. Here is the puppet box. Marionette, puppet, whatever you want to call her. Charlotte. We don't have a figure of Charlotte, but yeah, here is the Marionette's box. And I've seen people like break this thing, but no, you have to press this button down or lay it down on a flat surface. And then you gotta do this. Whoa, that's actually pretty sick. So I'm sure, as you all know, this is just not a full-on puppet figure. It's just an empty box. But the box does give a cool effect of it being open, so that's awesome. And how else are you gonna do a jump scare puppet? But they didn't even do a jump scare Balloon Boy, so. But I guess that's true. Balloon Boy doesn't even have a jump scare in the actual game. So yeah, you can move her arms like this. I think you guys, I'm not sure if you guys do see my post, but I did a post for like, where she was like this, and it looked like the Elmo meme. And then you can put the arms down, but I'm pretty sure that's for when you put her in the back in the box. And then I've tried to do this, where I have her in the box and her face is coming out, but I can't do it. So yeah, and here's her three little dots on her body, the white lines, the tear marks, the eyes, the rosy cheeks, and the lipstick. So yeah, this puppet figure is pretty spot on. Just want a full-on puppet figure that doesn't have this. Now let's move on to the last figure besides the exclusives of this wave, Balloon Boy and Crying Child. Here is the box, glowing eyes, fully articulated, Cam 4A, Balloon Boy and Crying Child action figure. Here's the box. Freddy's still purple. He hasn't changed colors from Wave 2. And we have the back right here. You can see there is the full set. No Withered Freddy on the back. But wait, let me check this. Does it? Yeah, Withered Freddy is on the back for the playset. So, just, I guess these boxes didn't have enough room for him. Anyway, let's open this Balloon Boy and Crying Child. Alright, here's Balloon Boy and Crying Child out of their box. And whoa, finally, dude. I'm saying finally for Balloon Boy because I wasn't expecting to get a Crying Child with him as well. So let's show off the crying child first. No articulate. Okay, they proved me wrong. There is articulation. So his eyes are like crying. He's crying, obviously. They should have done a black and white one variant for this, but this is good enough. Yeah, here's the crying child. Did not expect him to have articulation.
Was that the bite of 87?
And here's the one I was anticipating for this wave. Balloon Boy. So here's Balloon Boy. He can look up a little bit. Wow. Okay. His head moves. Does his propeller thing move? Nope. His arms don't at all move. Do they? I think they just go like this. And his legs also just go like that. Wow. Okay. Very creative, but it's alright. Yeah, nothing much to say about this Balloon Boy, but he does look really cool. UK, California on his... And actually, I just noticed this. There's a hole, so I think... Yeah, you can have his balloon sign on the floor or ground, and he can take his balloon off. That's pretty sick. Oh, they have this little thing. Oh, I think that's so like you know where to place it when you put it back. And here's Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy. So here his balloon and his balloon sign. He doesn't have any balloons, so he's just a boy. Oh, and I wanted to quickly compare this Balloon Boy to my other Balloon Boy figurines I have. So here he is. Oh, wait. Here he is next to the popcorn bucket version of him. And here he is next to his AMC cup topper counterpart. Are they same height? Yeah, they are. Just this one's taller because of this thing on him. And here's the Funko Balloon Boy. He's very old. So yeah, here's are the Balloon Boys. Also, why doesn't his balloon... You see how his balloon's supposed to be like that? I don't think he can do that with this, dude. And here's the FNAF 2 toy animatronic cast. Well, besides the crying child. But here they all are together. But we should probably bring the entire FNAF 2 cast with the Withered as well. Holy moly. What an insane line. I don't even think you can fit all of these guys. Because look, you got 11 figures including Crying Child. I don't think you can fit those in here. Even if you just exclude Crying Child, you have 10. I don't think you can fit that in there. But yeah, here they all are together. Alright, here's Ringmaster Foxy. He is a Target exclusive. So here's his box. Glowing parts. And here's the back. So yeah, that's the box. And here he is out of the box. He looks pretty cool. This thing is like made of rubber, so like it moves along with him. He has the same articulation as regular Foxy. He's actually pretty well detailed, which I like about this figure. He looks pretty awesome. So yeah, here's Ringmaster Foxy. Here he is next to his regular counterpart, regular Foxy, and they look pretty cool. I mean, I feel like this face looks a little bit more wider, but that's alright. Also, you don't even notice the neck that much, like this one, because it's like black and like he has this little scarf thing around him, so that's pretty nice. Now for the big guns, we have Magician Mangle. Here is her face. She can jump scare like that. She actually has the endo in here, and she is much upgraded from that Mangle. So I'm not gonna show off all her articulation, but here's an idea of how much she really has. Her jump scare again, her little chainsaw, and the endo can jump scare. He has his little rabbit ears. So yeah, this is Magician Mangle. Probably better than Ringmaster Foxy in terms of the exclusive part of this wave. But that means we have completed World of Wave 3. Don't mind the World of Wave ones here. But yeah, here is the entire set.